If you followed my content for a significant amount of time, you may know that my all-time favorite mouse in the world is the super old Corsair Vengeance M95 mouse, which was released 10 years ago. It was marketed as an MMO RTS mouse with 15 programmable buttons, and I preferred it over all of its competitors specifically because of the non-traditional button placement. I have weird thumbs that don't like to bend like most people's do, and the classic MMO mouse layout just doesn't vibe with me as well as this did. Unfortunately for me, the M95 was eventually discontinued in favor of the far more popular Scimitar model, which is what I favored since for all of my MMO needs. Until now. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the new Corsair Darkstar wireless RGB gaming mouse. This, to me, is the closest thing I'll see to that M95 that has held on to my heart for so long. Before we go on, I'd like to send a huge thank you to my sponsor Corsair for sending me the Darkstar for use and review. Let's take a closer look. The Darkstar utilizes Corsair's awesome sub-1 ms slipstream wireless technology, but you can also connect through Bluetooth or USB. It rocks Corsair's super accurate marksman sensor, which is a 26,000 dpi optical sensor, and quick strike buttons with optical switches for near instantaneous clicks. But in my opinion, what really pulls it out of the pack is the unique 6-button cluster on the side that sits around a centralized thumb rest. If you need to rest your hand, there's no fear of accidentally pressing anything you don't mean to. The buttons themselves are structured in a way that feels intuitive and ergonomic. For someone that normally has trouble reaching all of the buttons on that traditional MMO thumb layout without experiencing extreme thumb strain, this mouse is a godsend. While you don't have the usual 12 buttons in one spot, which I know some people will see as a negative, this mouse does offer 15 programmable buttons that you can fully customize to your liking through iCUE. You'll also notice that this mouse is pretty unique with its RGB lighting zones, and iCUE gives you full control of all 7. You heard that right. 7 lighting zones, so you can take your customization to the next level. At the time of making this video, I'm pretty sure that is the most any RGB mouse on the market. Embrace the RGB. Interestingly enough, you can also customize tilt gestures, which took me a hot second to understand how to use. Luckily, the latest version of iCUE 5 has a really easy to follow tutorial to set up those tilt controls. While I can't think of any in-game applications for the tilt controls right now, it's a pretty awesome feature if you like exploring different input methods. You can also save up to 5 onboard profiles, so if you prefer a specific layout for one character or a game and another for another, you can switch between them with the click of a button. And since it's all saved on board, you can take this mouse and your settings with you. Like most of Corsair's mouse models, it's got an asymmetrical shape that allows for any grip style and hand size to sit comfortably for extended periods of time. It's about 110 grams in weight and feels slightly lighter than the Scimitar, which I like. There is no way to adjust the weight of the mouse if that's something that people still do. It's got ultra low friction PTFE mouse feet, which offers a smooth glide on every surface I've tried so far, including cloth and hard mouse pads and no mouse pad at all. I've been using this mouse for over a week now, and it is fabulous. It's marketed as having up to 80 hours of battery life, and while I definitely haven't gamed that hard this week, I haven't had to recharge it yet. You're looking at an MSRP of $170 US, which is definitely on the higher end of the gaming mouse price spectrum, but you can see why given the level of customization and the high build quality I've come to expect from Corsair. Luckily for you, there's a few more days of the Corsair summer sale on until June 30th, 2023, and you can get 10% off qualifying products, including this mouse, if you want to save yourself a few bucks. Follow the link in the description below and use this code for 10% off. If you do end up picking it up, let me know what you think in the comments below, on Twitter at MTQCapture or live on twitch.tv/MTQCapture. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.